Pokemon Sun and Moon is surrounded in mystery. What are these so-called new Ultra Beasts? Are they partially human? Is Lily a jellyfish disguised as a young girl? Did UBO2 purchase anchor arms? Why am I asking you all these questions? Well, as you guessed by the title today, we're taking a look at a theory that some might find a little bit controversial. So, is it possible that the new Pokemon type Null is a result of crazy experimentations done on an Eevee? First, we need to establish everything we know about this new Pokemon, which isn't much but enough to spark this question. He is known as a synthetic Pokemon, weighs 265.7 pounds, and it's about 6 feet 3 inches tall. Yeah, that's a puppy I wouldn't like to mess with. If you go into the official Pokemon website, we can learn a little bit more, and here are the interesting points you need to consider. 1. Type Null was constructed to synthesize the strengths of various Pokemon. 2. The mask fitted to Type Null's head is a piece of equipment designed to control his latent powers. And 3. To complete a certain mission, there was a need of a Pokemon powerful enough to rival those Pokemon often spoken in mythology. So far, we know that Type Null is in the possession of Team Skull and it's Gladion's partner. So here's what we can conclude out of all this. Type Null is a man-made Pokemon, and this is reinforced by its design, as it is composed from different body parts of unknown creatures. There is a possibility that what we see is not Type Null's true form. Once the mask is removed, could this Pokemon change and release its true powers? Was the Alola region under a huge threat by legendary Pokemon that they were forced to create a creature that can match their powers in order to survive? And if so, how was this done? And this is where Eevee comes in. Eevee, the Pokemon with 8 evolutions. All of its Pokédex entries state how its genetic code is very unstable, giving it the ability to adapt to any environment and taking a form that best fits its surroundings. Interestingly enough, the Pokédex also mentions how being exposed to radiation from stones forces Eevee to evolve as well. So here's a crazy question. What would happen if you exposed an Eevee to all 3 elemental stones at the same time? Will it take a weird form, or will it choose one? Regardless, Eevee has a connection to important science figures in the game, such as Bill and Professor Oak. They most likely own them in their effort to better understand Pokemon evolution. All these reasons make an Eevee a perfect candidate for experimentation. As harsh as that sounds, it wouldn't be the first time done in a Pokemon game. Think of Pokemon like Mewtwo, Porygon, or even the new Pokemon Magearna. But with the games not out yet, we lack proper evidence to support this case. Other problems include the unrecognizable body parts that make up Type Null. If they had any similarities to the known evolutions, it would probably greatly support this theory. Some could argue that its main body can be matched to an Umbreon, but at this point I believe it's too generic to make that argument. But do these problems rule out the possibility of these two Pokemon being related? Well, not really, at least until the games are released or we get new information that can disprove this thought. However, Pokemon Sun and Moon so far is emphasizing on so-called research projects done by the new Eevee Foundation? How the hell do you pronounce this? So this artificial island could very well be the born place of this new and mysterious Type Null Pokemon. So what do you guys think? Is this the path that the new Pokemon games could take? Or there's going to be a complete unique story behind Type Null's origin? Could Type Null be composed of other Pokemon instead? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Pokemon fans.